Okay. Testing sound levels. Check. Checking that shit. Input on. Is it good? We're good. Good to be back. Market's up. War's ending. Sorta. It's like one of those weird things where we're ending the war. The war with Israel's ongoing. They're trying to get us to instigate, so they're going to like keep, take 10% of Lebanon right now. Not very nice. And continue to bomb Iran. Oh, I want this Kit Kat. I want it so bad. It's really good. I like it. I can't fit into any pants. This is like a bad decision because I'm going to this fancy dinner in LA, Vespertine on Friday. And I want to fit into my pants. So I had Chinese food tonight and I'm having a Kit Kat bar. Well, I guess I'm not eating tomorrow. It sucks. It's okay. Got blood work today to see how my testosterone's good. I got into a robo-taxi for the first time. There's a guy in there with you. I was like knocking on the window like, yo, what do I do? Are you like the ride before me or am I in the wrong robo? He was like so confused. Like, you don't know this? I'm a safety guide. Like, oh, okay. So I guess the rollout is just starting, and they have these like guys in there just in case something happens. Like it just takes you around in circles in perpetuity, and you die of starvation. The thing. At first, I talk about normal stuff like human GDP per capita going down because of robots, the Model S. Trying to talk about Tesla stuff. He's a Tesla employee. Hey, the Model S, they discontinue it for the robots. Now there's just like ride share kind of revenue share with customers, the pre-existing cars and the full self-driving FSD option. You get to have the depreciation on your battery / car be shared with Tesla, which is kind of cool. In perpetuity, it's like a rebate, and it'll be part of the fleet when you're at work. You're not using it. It'll just be driving people around, which is interesting. It's like Airbnb, and you might get like your car was like in your garage the next day and you're like, oh my God, I have AirPods now. Something cool like that might happen. You're not going to give them back. I'm sorry. I apologize. Is that a normal Uber, sir? Lost items. Yeah. I really don't have time. I have to get to work and listen to Morrissey on my new AirPods. Bye. It's so stupid. So stupid. And then the other one I started, the guy on the way back, same thing. Parked across the street. Not great because it was the same address. And I looked at the thing that like the little dot, whatever. It puts down the little pin. No, it was the same spot. So that's kind of weird. He's just sitting there. And I talked to him about Elon Musk's apartment in Austin, Texas that has like what do you call them? Drones that are just like staring into the windows. Like they're always there. My friend has a penthouse across the street and we see it. They just like rise up. And it's a little awkward. I think his neuroscientist, Sugar Mama, lives there with the kids. So it's a little awkward, a little daunting. Oh my goodness. I started to journal my sickness because I've been like sick and like getting weird symptoms of my affliction and autoimmune disease, and I forget why. Like I was on beta histine, which is an H3 antagonist. The only part of your brain, your body, excuse me, that has H3 receptors, histamine receptors, of the 3 kind. Just call it histamine 1, 2, 3, whatever. For this, others allegedly they're finding more and more, but these are found only in the brain. And they release histamine as well as other neurochemicals, but they were making me feel better. They calm the microglia. And up until then, I was taking a lot of baratricitinib, which is a JAK inhibitor, anti-inflammatory. And I'm like, which came first? So, well, baratricitinib led into me taking a break from baratricitinib to try beta histine. And like, maybe that's part of it, though. You get this sort of rebound effect of like the beta histine negatives wear off after taking it for like 10 days straight, and you feel better. And the beta histine is like blocking other neuroinflammatory pathways, so you just feel amazing. And then you forget as the beta histine starts to wear down and tire you. It's an antihistamine, in a way. After day 7, you realize that it was that kind of like middle between the two, and there's like nothing you can do about it. You have to like constantly write these things down and remember that you'll forget why you feel like shit when something was working. Now, you think it's like the Kit Kat you just ate, or the Chinese food, or your borderline personality sort of girlfriend yelling at you and it made you have an inflammatory attack. That's the best thing, is when someone like knows it's close to you that you have an autoimmune disorder, and like anything they do can trigger it. Probably get away with a lot of shit. More than someone who's like an alcoholic. Maybe not as much as someone who has cancer. It's really not taken very seriously. And yet the literature is like showing there's this serious problem. Like there's like low metabolic like brain metabolism. There's like your body's in this like sympathetic like second, third, fourth gear. It's just not. It's what happens when you're sick. Your body shifts its energy, ATP synthesis, towards like the immune system response, and not towards like normal functioning. And for some reason, it's not turning off, which makes me think that's part of the design of long COVID. But no, I think it's not. I think the immune system just has this like weird back door where it like can get fucked up. But anyway, and then I was telling the Robotaxi guy about like there's a pegging video of Grimes pegging Elon floating X right now, and he didn't say a fucking thing. It's not true, but he like that's his boss, So he was silent, and I was like, what do you think of that? And then he didn't say anything. I'm like, this call is being recorded. I'm just, and he's like, he was just like, kind of like, because it was like a good like 10-second pause. This call is being recorded. Be interesting if Grimes gets more money than everyone else, and that is true. Yeah, be crazy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thinking about the markets. Snapchat. Thinking about Snapchat. Thinking about finally there's an activist investor in there. Good. It's important. That's what they need. Sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's exactly what they need. They need a guy who's in there looking to win and say, listen, you have 1 billion users a month. 450, like the same amount of people in the United States a day. Unique daily average users. That's insane, man. That's insane. And you can't turn a profit? Well, your stock-based compensation, that's like the shares that you give employees and executives, is $1 billion. Maybe that's part of the problem. It's 20% of your revenue. Maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe you're diluting the fuck out of the company, and you're not. You can dilute, but you have to have a a net benefit to the customer. Like there has to be a net gain for the dilution. What are you doing with that capital? Not doing anything. You copied Meta's Google glasses, like that they copied from Google. I think that's how it worked. They never went anywhere. They have no innovation. The Perplexity deal I entered at $6.16, I think. And I was like, this is so cheap. I know they don't make any money. I don't like the stock-based compensation. Not a big fan of Evan Spiegel, aside from who he married. And then you're talking about, okay, at 488, 485, I bought some more. Then it went all the way down to 4. Oopsie daisies. But now it's back up to 560. Listen. The valuation is just too low. It's too low. 1 billion monthly average users should equal $1 a user. That's how I see it. It should be making $10 billion a year. Meta has poured tons of CapEx in the metaverse. They've dropped it this year, and they're still making more money because of the ad revenue. You can't figure this out with like TikTok Shop. Plagiarize that. Plagiarize something from TikTok. Everyone loves TikTok. You have like the same platform like potential. Why don't you do that? What is wrong with you? Evan Spiegel's not smart. Evan Spiegel came up with an app where people can send nudes that disappear to make women feel better. And then if you take a Snapchat of the like chat, it tells the other person that you have a guy that took a picture, like it took a Snapchat of your nude body, and it shames them. It's like if Bumble and I don't know, Magic the Gathering came up with an app. Like it empowers women, holds men in check a little bit, creates a buffer, of like from like social media, like Instagram, where you can see pictures of people's friends and stuff. It's less of that. A little bit of a buffer, a little bit more privacy. What's your Snap is like the weakest form of like connection. It's very light. I think Insta's stronger. People on Insta now just use it for like the messaging feature, like a contact list, and they have like 4 pictures they've posted. That's the new young people. Snapchat has these weird things like Spotlight. Snapchat's app is very unclean. It's just too messy. They need to figure out what the fuck they want to do. They should sell shit on it. They should be advertising for influencers and all that shit, like pop-up video, like, hey, coupons, rebates, like engagement that way, like Temu type shit, like really hardcore. Like, we'll give you $100 to buy $20 worth of stuff. Like, what? Is this real? And it is real? That type of shit. It works. It's complex. It's like a higher level of marketing, requires some sort of understanding of like kind of casino economics, where you have points towards your gambling spend and like how much you do there. And it's like a rebate back to you. If we give this person $5,000 in free shit, they're going to likely spend $8,000 or whatever. And then so that's how they calculate it. I call my guy the VIP win thing and say, hey, I need a room. And like, what are you doing? Or the MGM guy, more specifically, he's better. It's like sports bets. Because like the last time I was there, he's like, you didn't play any table games. I'm like, yeah, but I laid $80,000 in sports bets. He's like, oh. He's like, oh, I see. Okay, I'm so sorry. Of course. Well, no, let's hook you up. Let's get you a Skyloft next time. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And then I do mescaline and shrooms, and I have a bad reaction after my second dose. You're not supposed to do the shrooms over and over again. That was a problem. The mescaline you could probably redose. Shrooms, don't redose. You don't need to. Enjoy it. It's a nice combo. Don't redose it. Did fine. It's like, enjoy it. It's not supposed to last forever. You know, you feel amazing. You're with a gorgeous woman. It's great. Just let it happen. Enjoy the shrooms. See, mescaline's great for someone who has trauma from a bad trip because you're not high the whole time. Mescaline's a great reintroduction to hallucinogenics. And hallucinogenics are very scary for a number of reasons. HPPD, look that up. The guy that does Channel 5, whatever, that wears the weird suits and had the, you know, some of the allegations. Basically just women are jealous of his amazing success. And it's like, he's a rapist. Like, this is all they can do. That's like women's contribution to society is blaming men for raping them. It's like literally how any woman gets money is like either she sues her husband in divorce or she accuses someone of rape, and that money's cast down to her children through like an inheritance. That's how women do it. Men build industry and, you know, like railroads and fucking whatever, podcast empires. Women get paid to sell themselves on a podcast, like call me daddy or whatever, or sexualize themselves vis-a-vis like men astroturfing them, and then they get a percentage. Like, women don't do anything on their own. It's just not real, unless it's suing or like taking things from men that it's already earned from their hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. That's what they do. They just they're horrible. They're really Jewish. I'm just kidding. They sue you. It's all the way they make money. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But not really. Not really. They learn from the best. You know, it's funny. A lot of Jewish commerce is like based off selling to women. Diamonds, you know, and women's empowerment movement. What do you think that is? I mean, like taxing half the population. I'm not going to go into it. We've been there. But, oh, yeah. When am I going to get to bed tonight? I'm going to watch Little America first. Yeah, man. What was I talking about? Women. Dude. Dementia. It's the autoimmune disorder eating my brain. What was I saying? Women. I want to rewind. What was I saying? Women do this, women do that. But before all that, what was I talking about? I have no idea. Anna and Dasha from Red Scare were in Austin, and I didn't know that like a week ago. It's upsetting. I want to watch Nick Fuentes, and you should too. I'm going to go. Bye. I'm just